I always felt like an alien in any religious buildings, but that never stopped me from visiting them. I would participate in the rituals intended for the religion if I feel like it, but never made it a point to force myself to do it. Initially, I did the natural thing, tried to fit in and participate even if I didn't feel like it. Then the questions came, and my distance from religions went from kilometers to light years. But still, I visited them. Sometimes you can hear me speak blasphemy and frown at anyone that was trying to reinterpret religion for their personal gains. Because I can't fathom a father who breaks a house apart by setting all of his children against each other. A good father would either explain himself or is humble enough to see the faults of his own way and reinvent himself. No one should ever sell their own family, no? No one should be able to monetize the concept of a family. No one should be able to pit my brothers and sisters against me for their own good. Even if those brothers and sisters were mere neighbors, I should be able to play with them on the streets under the hot blazing summer sun. I can't fathom an all knowing, all powerful being doing this, or any sane representative of this doing so either. But still, I visited the temples and the churches. Do I believe that there are various strict forms that has myths attached to them, or which one of them was real? Sometimes I feel like we don't have the vocabulary to express certain things. So we resort to metaphors and they become literal. In older Tamil, we used to refer to ourselves as yam, which directly translates to us. Not me, but us. But today, we know that we are not alone in our skins. We are not alone in our insides. There are billions and billions of microbes on our skins, our intestines, our respiratory tracts. When we say andathil ulladu pindathil, what exists in the cosmos exists in our bodies. This could have sounded cryptic to people who haven't seen a shot of microbes. For example, a colony of dermadax living on your face. But this should no longer be the case, right? We, as people in 2026, can understand that the structure and the making is of similar designs, just on smaller to larger scale. If a child puts a handful of sand in his mouth and his mother is afraid of the germs and opens his mouth, it wouldn't be hard for her to see an entire universe in them. Literally, there would be billions and millions of microbes in there. But all these people mystifying the literal and making literal interpretation of metaphors so they can make use of your innocence. But I still visited temples and churches. If you can go to the Velangani Mata church, you would see n number of burqas walking around. I've happily gone about gurdwaras and temples alone or with an excited person retelling the history and the culture of the place, excited to share a part of themselves with me. My neighbor auntie makes food for her gods. After offering it up to her gods, she runs straight to me with a plate of venpongal and vada and an extra taller tumbler of payasam because she knows I love her payasams. I'm sure you guys would have seen all the clips of people celebrating each other as community during festivals. But people still ask me if I believe or not. But why I don't worship the gods but participate in the rituals? I would say something like,
Muna pinatheriatha oroponukaga extra payasam tharanta manasu iruke, adudan kadavul.
if you had a mental breakdown in a mall, wept and cried, because you can't take it anymore, what would be the response that you would elicit? Judgment, scrutiny, isn't it? But what if you weep in a temple or in a church? What would the response be? Oh, poor child, please God grant her solace and grant her peace in whatever that she's going through, isn't it? Also, the fact that no one is going to come up to you and hit on you or disturb you, or you don't have to pay entry or pay to sit in there just out of courtesy or whatever. There's no pressure. You can go sit there. People need safe sanctuaries. So, should a creature which has nothing to do with its surrounding still be welcomed to sit, or should it be shooed away?